Autism, spectrum, neurodivergent people are this way by design. Their soul chose to come into this realm with neurodivergence or autism or to be being on the spectrum because, number one, they are not programmable. So everything in this reality from the time we come out of the womb is programming our mind and through our emotions to believe a certain reality. And these people are not able to be programmed. And we're not talking today how this occurs. Yes, it does a lot of times happen in the 3D from 3D things, but the soul chose to do this. And I've been channeling this for several years now, and I just got out of a connection with my guides and asked them what they wanted me to share, and they said they want me to share more on this. So here we go. The neurodivergent autism spectrum people cannot be programmed. This means that they can memorize things, so they can memorize false history, they can memorize rules, they can learn if somebody says this, respond this way, but they are not programmed like the majority of us to believe that they must go get a 9-to-5 job to survive, that they have truth, they resonate with their truth on a much greater scale, my guides are saying. They bring higher frequencies. So they just showed this to me today. These people are bringing in higher frequencies. And now many souls have chosen to bring in higher frequencies. Why would we do that? They're saying, why do we do that? Because if we can raise the frequency of this realm overall, we can dismantle the matrix, for a lack of a better way to explain it, and remember who we really are, souls in a human body having an experience. But many souls come in to bring higher frequency, but if they are not autistic, not neurodivergent, not on the spectrum, etc., then many of them end up getting programmed and kind of get off of their path from their mission. So these people, these neurodivergent autistic people, spectrum people, are bringing in frequencies to help raise the planet overall, okay? They are here to expose what is not working. Think school system, medical system. They're here to expose this just through them being themselves and going through the system and rejecting it. I have a lot of videos on autism, by the way. I don't know anyone autistic or on the spectrum, but I channel this all the time. I don't know why. My guides are asking me to share this, and what they show me is that the education system is designed to program us all. So when these people are unable to be programmed and they are bringing a higher frequency, that is a threat to the powers that were. We're going to get to that in a second. They are here to show new ways of doing things and new ways of living through authenticity. So again, they're here to show, just through them showing up in the systems, rejecting school, rejecting, sitting in a desk 8 hours a day, with a couple of movement times in between classes. They're here to show what's not working. The system then wants to medicate. We're going to get to that in a minute. But that's going against the whole point of them coming in to show us what's not working. Okay? So they're here to show us how to live from authenticity, which is the highest vibration you can attain. And when you live in authenticity, it helps to dismantle the matrix. This is why the system has special classes. They're put in special classes to try to push conforming. Also, this is why they are medicated, or they're being forced and pushed on medication. That you go to the system, and the system is trained, the medical system is trained to medicate these people. That is what they're told to do. So that's the directions that they're following. It lowers their frequency, and it disconnects, numbs, and it also creates dependency. So they become dependent on these drugs, and the powers that were that are dismantling right now. They know that these souls are coming in to dismantle the system through their frequencies and through their unique way of being and unable to be programmed. That's why there's so much attention on medicating them, putting them in special classes and keeping them contained, because if they can get them dependent on medication, it lowers frequency, it disconnects them from their intuition and their truth, which they operate a higher sense of authenticity than any of us. And they're hoping this will move them away from their mission. It will align them to a black pit or a black hole where their efforts aren't making a difference in the collective. And it derails them for their mission, which is to raise the frequency. So let me know how this lands. Drop your questions and comments. Be happy to answer them. And I'll see you in the next video.